Yo guys, what's going on? I just finished recording quite an interesting video that will probably be going up soon. It is awesome. It is wrestling related. It's wrestling video game related. I'm sure that if you like wrestling, you will probably like this series, especially if you like old school wrestling from the mid 2000s. So please just stay tuned for that on the channel if you like wrestling and you want to see that. Anyway, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the Aussie Wrestling Show. Sorry this took so long to get out. School started back up. I did watch both Raw and SmackDown, as I do every single week. And I'm going to be talking about this week's happenings in WWE. Obviously, I got a few episodes out quickfire. But then, I just didn't kind of have the time to, but now I will. It is Saturday night. It is 11:40 p.m. So why not get started with the Aussie Wrestling Show? Let's talk about wrestling for half an hour. As always, we do have the segments. We have 5 today, and we're going to start off with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe made his debut on Raw for the main roster, and when he appeared on the main roster in a dark match, he injured Tyson Kidd. Very horrible injury. Tyson Kidd's still not back, as you may know. And he came on televised and injured Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is also one of the next topics we're talking about. So, people were saying a bit about that. Samoa Joe did look quite strong in his debut. He looked like he could be a major player. He looked like it would be him and Seth Rollins at Fastlane, and then Rollins and Triple H at Mania. But obviously that can't happen since apparently Seth Rollins is injured. There's still speculation if it's a work, but I don't think it's a work. I think that he's genuinely injured for 8 weeks, but people will have their opinions. People will go on and say whatever, but yeah, who knows if it's actually a work or not, other than the WWE. But I personally don't think it is. And yeah, Seth Rollins is injured, which kind of messes up their storylines altogether. Messes a lot up with Samoa Joe just debuting and everything with Triple H as well. Triple H will obviously want to wrestle at WrestleMania, and who knows if Rollins will be, I assume he won't be cleared to compete. I know he's scheduled to be back just in time for WrestleMania, but I don't think it'd be smart. Obviously, he couldn't put on that great of a match if he's still, if he's just finished his recovery stages of his injury. So I personally don't think it would be smart to put him in a situation like that at WrestleMania. But then again, he missed WrestleMania, and he missed WrestleMania last year. He missed the Royal Rumble. He missed WrestleMania, and it looks like he might be missing WrestleMania again, which would be horrible after the heist of the century at WrestleMania 31. Obviously, everyone knows that highlight of Seth Rollins' career. But yeah, Samoa Joe is on the main roster finally, and we'll just have to see what he does now, see who he comes down and attacks. My prediction is maybe a little something with Roman Reigns, just mix it up, anything they can do right now. So maybe Roman and Samoa Joe at Fastlane. That's just my opinion. That's something they could be going for, because who knows what they could be going for now. As you saw, one of the last topics I'm going to be talking about is WrestleMania 33 being in shambles, and that will be the main topic of the episode. Nikki Bella was apparently retiring at WrestleMania 33. Brie retired at WrestleMania 32. Apparently Nikki's retiring due to her neck. I didn't look too much into it, but a lot of the smarks were happy. But yeah, it looks like she'll be going out in a way with her husband, her, and Johnny Cena versus Maurice and Miz. Mikey Miz. That looks like that's going to happen. Mixed tag match. I don't think John Cena or The Miz deserve to be involved in a mixed tag match that might even be on the pre-show at WrestleMania. Speaking of pre-show, we'll get into that later with the thing with Dean Ambrose. But yeah, it looks like Nikki Bella is going to be retiring. So I don't know. Good luck with your future endeavors, whatever, modeling, or you could just sit back in your mansion. John Cena will make the rest of your money for the rest of your days, and then you can secretly adopt some kids. Just going off total divas here. Okay. So yeah, basically Nikki Bella is apparently retiring, not confirmed yet, obviously. Next is a pretty cool one. WWE UK stars spotted and apparently competed. I'm not 100% sure on this, but it looks like it. At NXT tapings, there is a picture including Wolfgang, I believe, Trent Seven, as well as Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, all at the NXT tapings, I believe, and it looks like Pete Dunne actually competed in a match, and it also looks like Tyler Bate competed in a match, so who knows, they could be involved in NXT, which I think would be the best place to put the UK stars, as it would have that type of environment. I think it's the type of place that 205 Live should be in full sail with that type of environment, because I feel like that's where it needs to be. I think the casual fan can connect with the cruiserweights art, I guess you can call it, when it's after SmackDown, after you've had a pretty big show, after you're tired out and you just want to, and you're just sitting there and watching some guys occasionally fly around that should be flying around all the time. So yeah, that's just my opinion. But it looks like the UK stars will be NXT bound. It kind of seems like WWE didn't really have a plan after their after the UK tournament what to do with the UK guys, but I don't know, it looks like the ones that were featured in that picture were contracted. I think there were a few others in the photo, but the main ones that obviously stood out to me were Wolfgang, Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. There were probably a few others in there, maybe Manders was probably in there, and maybe Tucker. I'm not too sure. A lot of people were impressed with Tucker. I don't know. It was late at night when I saw the photo last night. I think I saw the photo last night or this morning, and obviously those big faces stood out to me. So yeah, who knows what could be happening there with the WWE UK stars. I don't think WWE even knows, and WWE doesn't even know about WrestleMania 33, which is horrible. So the card is all over the shop. Apparently Goldberg and Brock Lesnar is now going to be for the Universal title. Apparently Goldberg's going to win at Fastlane. Oldberg, I might say, which is absolutely bullshit in my opinion. Why would you have Owens drop the belt to Goldberg at WWE Fastlane? They're probably going to call it Fastlane Start of the Line. I'm just taking that from Ollie Davis, Wrestle Talk TV. He said after Roadblock at WWE Fastlane Start of the Line. I just found that really funny at the time, so I thought I'd repeat it. But yeah, it looks like that could be something that's happening, and I think WWE just need to mix it up and go with the flow right now. Finn Balor versus The Undertaker, maybe. Just go with whatever happens, because they had the opportunity to create a fantastic card for this year's WrestleMania. They had an opportunity to make this one of the best WrestleManias of all time, and they've stuffed it up, really. I'm just going to go out and say they've completely stuffed it up. I think they should have a Cruiserweight title ladder match instead of the IC title one. And there's talk of Dean Ambrose only being on the pre-show. Like, how ridiculous is that? Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania, one of the main stars throughout the last few years, been competing in main events after main events, winning titles and titles. The whatever title is holding now, the IC title, winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He was the longest reigning US champion in the Shield, even though we never defended them. That was why he became the longest reigning US champion of all time, but that is not to the point. Apparently he will be on the pre-show, as I said. John Cena and The Miz apparently in a mixed tag team match. I don't know what the point of that is, other than sending Nikki Bella out happy and being there with her husband and going, yay, and John Cena will be like, oh, I wish I was in a better match, maybe against The Undertaker, like Vince McMahon told me a few months ago. But Vince McMahon has been changing his mind non-freaking stop. Every single day I hear about a brand new thing that Vince McMahon's changed his mind to. Apparently, oh, Roman Reigns is going to do this. Oh, wait, now Samoa Joe's going to do that. Oh, wait, we're not going to progress this storyline. We're going to start a different one with these guys, and it makes no sense whatsoever. And, apparently, we're going to get Wyatt and Orton. So Cena's only a transitional champion for his 16th reign. It's really all over the shop, isn't it? So, basically, what I've gotten lately from WWE is that they are going to be going for a WrestleMania, for the WrestleMania 33 kind of way out. They're going to be going for Lesnar and Goldberg for the title, Wyatt and Orton for the title. They're going to be going for Dean Ambrose on the pre-show doing something, John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. And then whatever else happens, it's really all over the shop, isn't it? You can't say that it's not all over the shop. WWE had a great opportunity. They could have made some more debuts in the Royal Rumble. They could have done so much more. Obviously, Finn Balor is going to probably return at the end of February, start of March, so there's still some time to get him into the WrestleMania card. Obviously, apparently he will be featured in the WrestleMania card, which is obviously what he should be doing. There's been a lot of rumors floating about Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. I don't think Samoa Joe and Finn Balor would be bad. I just don't think WWE would go after it. And yeah, it's basically, as I said, all over the shop. Who are American Alpha going to face? Who are Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson going to face? Are we going to get any real feuds now? Because it's about the time when they need to start building for WrestleMania, trying to get those names out there, get those matches out there, sell tickets, and pay-per-view buys and more buys for the network. And now is about the time when they need to get going on the road to WrestleMania, less than 2 months away. So obviously we are not that far away at all from WrestleMania now. And we have the Elimination Chamber, obviously. I'm not sure I think there's only going to be one Elimination Chamber match unless they go with a they can't go with the women's one because they've already announced Naomi and Alexa Bliss for the women's championship. So there's another thing. The feuds, I don't know how we all know they're going to cram them into a multi-woman tag match at WrestleMania, because you've got the feud of Nikki Bella and Natalya, which I would rather that go to WrestleMania than have John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. You've also got Becky Lynch and Mickie James, which will feature in some capacity. It'll probably blow out of proportion soon. God knows what you get from that feud. You'll have Alexa Bliss and Naomi there as well. So you know they're going to chuck them into a massive tag match like last year. Emelina's probably going to debut after Jeff Hardy comes back. Let's just face it, right now, I don't know anyone's more likely to come. CM Punk's more likely to return to the WWE than Emma showing up any time on Raw. I'll just put it out there. CM Punk's more likely to come back and win the Elimination Chamber than Emma. Watch Emma appear on Raw next week as well. Just watch it happen. Anyway, WWE is kind of in shambles right now, as I've said. This is a shorter episode of the Aussie Wrestling Show, as I thought there was a lot to talk about, but apparently there was not. There was an XFL thing on ESPN in America as well. obviously, if this was a fighting show or something, I'd talk about Green and Mundine, but it's the wrestling show, so I won't be talking about Green and Mundine. So yeah, I think that is just about it for this episode. Hopefully you all have enjoyed it. If there's any specific topic you want me to give my opinion on, put it in the comments down below and I'll talk about it in the next one. If there's anything you think I missed, comment down below and I'll reply to it. Go and follow my wrestling Instagram at Aussie Wrestling. It will be on screen at the start of the video. You've probably already seen it if you are up to this point. And yeah, hopefully you all have enjoyed this video. Please smash the button and subscribe. I'm Ken. You've been the video. Until next time, peace.